Everybody, it's Erin Reed, and today we're going to put together a fun little mini book all about Canada. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am from Canada, and I love to give my parents, this is going to actually be a Christmas gift, so shh, don't tell them, kind of like a recap of our year. And we spent the past month with them. We got home not too long ago, and I got this kit from Photoplay, which is absolutely super cute. There's an unboxing of this kit, and I'll link that video up in the corner. I thought, well, why not make a mini book to go with the trip that we were there? And there's some super cute pictures. And the mini books that I give them, or the things I give them, are usually something related to the kids and like a family photo, that kind of thing. So I am going to make a paper bag mini album. Now, I already made this. This is in a previous video. Again, that link to how to make this paper bag album, which is super adorable, is already up in there. The parts that are not included are these two pieces, but everything else that you see here is already done in that previous video. How I assemble it together, how I use my Xyron Creative Station light, and a little bit of twine here. And the reason why I left these long is in case we wanted to add a charm at the end. But this is so super simple. And you can see this is what the paper bag looks like. And you're just gluing the pieces together. Super fast and easy way to make a fun book, and you can make it as thin or as thick as you want. But this is using 4 paper bags, and there's a lot of stuff we're going to fit into here. A ton of stuff. Okay. The first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to leave the front cover blank. I have decided I wanted to use this plaid. I love it. And then I pulled off a few other fun pieces, but I'm going to leave that to the end because sometimes as I make the books, I kind of get a different vibe going. So I'm just kind of pushing it off to the side for a minute. And I have already pre-measured a ton of papers that came from the Photoplay collection, and I already pre-cut them all to fit either on the inside pocket pages here, but the same size can also fit, look, this is why this book can fit so much. They slide in here, and you can fit 2 different inserts. Isn't that awesome? So you can fit 2 things in here. So there's a lot of stuff you can fit in this book. So I've already cut all those, and then I have also cut all the inserts that I would like to put onto my little mini flaps that are in the middle here. So I have already pre-cut a bunch of papers to fit into those little sections too. And I could possibly, not this one, but like for instance this one, I could either choose to use this side or this side. It depends on where I'm going for. So I just went through and I kind of basically, for the pages that are in the book, I cut a little bit of just about everything. I made sure the designs of the papers went the correct direction so that we weren't facing this direction. So everything was lined up correctly. I can use the front or the back for most of the papers. This one I did mess up, as you can tell. It's going the wrong way. So I will have to use that side only. The maple leaves, they are going the wrong way, but it looks kind of fun sideways. And then it's got a stripe. And then here, like the back side of this, I cannot use. So that will have to be that way. So I went ahead and just cut a bunch. That's all I did. There was one other sheet of paper that I went ahead and cut up, and it had these 2. They're 4x6. I'm going to use them as inserts. They're not part of the main pages, but they're going to go as an insert, and I might have to trim those down. I'm deciding if I want to keep them a full 4x6. It's something I'm going to have to kind of decide because my book, they'd be sticking out, and I don't know if I'm going to like that or not, but I could trim off a tiny bit. We'll see. So I also, what I did is I printed off a bunch of pictures and I made all of these 4 by 5 inches. And the reason for that is because when I put down my sheets, this is what makes a mini book go fast, is if you kind of pre-prep. And see, it's a perfect mat. You can see a little bit of the trim that's on there. If I flip it over, see? And now I can decide, I've got all my pieces. It's just a matter of, it's like a jigsaw. Well, which 2 pieces do I want? And then I have all the lovely ephemera pieces that are on here, and then stickers. So we're going to embellish. I have my Teresa Collins Xyron Mega Runner, and we're going to start off with the family photo. And I actually did like this one. I like the look of this right here. I think that looks so cool. With the red, I'm going to just double check it with the green here. Oh, see, they both look good. Well, I know I have to use the green one, so we're going to go with that. I am not inking anything. This is going to be a very straightforward, non-inking, super simple kind of a layout for mini scrapbook. And it's just a matter of sticking things down. Because I had already pulled out my Xyron, I have a couple of their Xyrons running around here. I can use that to possibly add some little stickers. But for right now, I am just going to add some fun stickers on here. and just kind of just do that. I mean, this is a super fast and easy little mini layout. That's it. We had a blast on our trip. This is so simple to put together. We had an absolute blast. I loved it. So look how fast that goes in there. I love that. It's easy. So simple. And now I'm going to put in things. So our trip, we are from, well, I was not born there, but most of my family now actually lives in British Columbia, which is where we were at. We were on Vancouver Island. This was actually on top of a trestle bridge. It's the second largest trestle bridge in the world. Very cool. Which just means it's a bridge that trains go over. And it goes very deep across the ravine and stuff. And so we're at the top of this, and that's where we took this family photo. And my husband wasn't able to join us until about 2 weeks into our trip. And so this was the first day, actually, we went from the airport and went and had some fun. So I'm going to slide a couple things into here. The first one, I think I am going to do the home, because it is my home. And for now, I'm going to leave it long, just for fun. And then just place that. I'm going to put on the, so in here, you can actually place 2 different sections. You can place one, it's getting caught. Oh, it got caught through the little section of the mini bag. So you can place one right here, and you can also place another one in like this little section right here. So that is where right here, I'm going to put another one. So I'm going to pick up another sheet of paper. Let's do this one because it's going kind of a funny direction. And I am going to, there's a couple of pictures, see how they're vertical, and they just didn't work cutting horizontal, but I love the pictures. I actually have 3 of these pictures here. So the rest of them are all horizontal. They'll fit great in the book, no problems. And I might end up using one of these other pictures somewhere else. So let's do the one with the blueberries. We actually went blueberry picking. And let's put the picture on this side, and then we're going to put a sticker here. So you're actually going to pull this piece out. See how easy this is? So fast. You can get a lot of pictures in a little book like this. So let's put that there. So one of the things I like to do, and I just had to go pull a whole bunch of these little pieces of ribbon, is when this is in here, and I'm going to have this kind of go in just like this, it needs something to help you to kind of pull out. So it creates another fun little element on your book. So I pulled a whole bunch of ribbons, and the other fun thing that you can use is you can use like these little pieces right here. So you could back these up together and you create pull tabs. So you can create little pull tabs using ribbons or little embellishments or all kinds of fun stuff. So we're going to have some fun. Let's do a ribbon for the first one. I think I like this idea of using these little guys right here. So get yourself a good pair of scissors, and you just need a small little section. I'm going to go with the green one to begin with. Clean off the end of this. Great way to use up ribbon. And you create just a little tag, just like that. And you kind of hit a section if you have a picture where you're not creating, like you're not covering up, like I wouldn't want to do it here, I'm covering up its head. So you kind of watch for that. And then you can get in with your staplers. I'm just gonna, it's also a fun way to kind of add another element of something a little different by using a staple. And you can use a couple. So you just kind of staple in. You can have fun with the design. So I'm just doing kind of a crosshatch. I think I might do one vertically just for fun, just a little. There. Almost like I made a little star. It's kind of fun. Little star idea. And then there's that. And then this slides in here. See how simple that is? Super fun, right? And then there's just a little interest kind of. So I did the top right corner, and I need to make sure as I go down and do all the layers through the book, I don't keep doing this top section. I'm going to be doing layers going all through. So now I have this back side open, and this is where a beautiful picture or a little sticker or something fun can happen back here. And I think these are the greatest things ever. This was on one of the pages, and there's this, I'm in love with this. Sorry, in Canadian, sorry. We say sorry a lot, apparently. So I'm just going to pop this on here, add my adhesive. You know, it's really easy when you have beautiful things to work with. You don't have to, the papers do the job for you. Another easy one is just pulling some of these cute stickers. They're so adorable. All right, so I have made the executive decision to cut this paper because it's going to drive me crazy. This one right here. It is not as wide as my other papers, but it's an insert, so I'm not too worried about it. And that is going to fold right into here. And I'm just going to put a fun little sticker on the back of that. I love this one right here. Just, you know, sometimes you don't have to go overly fancy, just simple can make a big difference. I also have some of these other ones, and I need to remember I can use some of these as well. Oh, Canada Day. Weren't there for Canada Day. We got there after the fact. And now I need a little insert to go onto here. Is there anything on here? Oh, I got it. I like all the A. So I'm going to pull 2 of these. I'm just going to grab 2 random ones. And I'm going to go ahead and pop these into my Xyron sticker maker. This is a Xyron 2-inch sticker maker, and I'm going to put both these little stickers in here, both say A on them, and I'm going to pull. And then you just rip, there it is, and then I kind of rub right here. Now when I pull that, a couple little pieces, so I'm just going to kind of pull right now, just so that this does not tuck back in and cause a problem. But that's just me, being weird. Pull off the front, and then now I'm going to have to decide which way do I think? Do I want to have a little, I think I like the little banner sticking out. So I'm going to put that here. So it kind of creates a little interest right here. And then I'm going to flip over. So I'm not impeding anything on here. And it creates a little pull tab. And it's kind of fun that it's at the bottom. See that? And I'm going to line this up just perfectly. Now when I line it up, I got to line it up with the tails. And somebody reminded me, because I always forget the name of this, it's called a fishtail. Which makes sense. It's like the shape of a little fishy's tail. And so that is what, and you could do this with your own papers, but it's such a cute little pull tab now. So that's going to pop right into here. You could put even more things in this little pouch. You could add a ton of stuff. I just don't want to overbulk this entire book. Okay, now I have this. Now this is where the book can kind of have some fun. You could fold your flaps, this is right here, or you could stick this down, or you could leave this open and have it go this. I'm not going to worry about leaving it open, so I'm actually going to glue this shut. But if I wasn't doing a book that had pictures and stuff and I didn't want to have a nice big space on here, I probably would in future books, when I make another one of these, I've made a few of these over the years, I would go through and I might leave that little flap open as a little bit interest. So I'm going to add this one here, and I've already cut it down so it fits just perfectly. Okay, I wanted to, one of the key pieces, one of the papers in here, it had all of the provinces and territories. And so I cut out the one which is where we were. We were in British Columbia. So I'm just going to stick this right here. So that way it's kind of like a little bit of a journaling page that I didn't even have to do. So, woohoo. Actually, I'm going to do this part first. Stick it down. I was not born in British Columbia, but I have been there a lot. I'm almost out. I'm going to have to get a replacement. Now, those little tape runners are the easiest thing to replace. You know you're getting low when it gets hard to get the tape out. So you just pop this out, pop the new one in, and if you try to put it in upside down, it doesn't work. I can't get this in. So there's only one way to put this in. You drop it in, close it, open this up, and you're set. See how easy? Look at the difference. So much easier. And then this, I'm going to pop right onto here. Okay, now we're going to do the back side. I'm going to grab, and I just love it. I love these little characters on here, and I'm trying to decide which one I like best. Do I want to see the beaver, the moose? I think I like the beaver. I don't know. I like the moose too. I think I'm going to go with the moose. So I'm just leaving this piece like this because it's just so adorable. I think it's just so cute just the way it is. So we're just going to leave that and stick this just like that. Ta-da! Couldn't get any harder than that, right? So super simple. Now I need a picture for that side. So all my pictures that are horizontal, I did one of the family. Now I'm going to do one of each of the kids. So I'm going to go from oldest to young. Actually, I'm going to do me. Haha. No, I'll do me last. Why don't we go youngest to oldest? I always go oldest to youngest. So my youngest is Catherine. Here she is. So cute. And now I just need a background. Very gorgeous. We spent a lot of time going to the various beaches on Vancouver Island. And they're so different. It's hilarious. Even though that you're in the same place, the beaches are so completely different. And that's partly why I love going there. I mean, it's so pretty. It was actually fairly hot. Everybody talks about, oh, you're in Texas. It shouldn't be that hot. Yeah, it was hot. It was a lot hotter than I thought it would be. Okay, so now I think I'm going to have fun. I love this little heart. Just a little something. I mean, this is like old school scrapbooking, just going simplistic. I'm not trying to make anything super fancy. Run it through my Xyron. Make it into a sticker. Make my life really easy here. There's other little hearts in here too. Oh, I know. Actually, I'm going to change this up just a tiny bit because I just saw a couple other hearts. So on the sticker sheet, there's a whole bunch of little things. And I'm going to pull 2 hearts that are not going to blend in with the color. So we're going to go with 2 reds here, just to kind of have something different. So we're going to do a little red heart. And some people are like, don't put stickers on pictures. It's in an area where there's not a whole lot going on. It's a lot of the same in the background. I want to cover up this space because it's kind of different. But this, if I put something right here, I'm not deterring from what's happening in the picture. And then the big heart. And then the little heart. See, it's just a little something going on there. That's it. Super simple. All right, now I have 2 more inserts. So I'm going to go back to my vertical pictures. I'm going to pick a different picture. Let's do my mother. This is my mother and my daughter, Catherine. And let's put them on plaid. Oh, that looks good. I like that. All right, so it's putting on plaid. And then this paper is not going to look so out of whack because it's being pulled the right direction. So let's go ahead and add this here. See what I mean? So fast and easy. When you already have all your pictures cut and you already have all your stuff kind of ready, we're going to go back to using, oh, I love this. Doesn't that look pretty together? It really does make designing your little project so easy. So this could so be like a kid's craft if you wanted to make it. And just to have a little bit of a difference, because I already have my first, I'm just kind of deciding where I want to put my ribbon here. And in the middle is not disturbing from anything. And now I'm kind of balancing out, and I might put the ribbon on the back. Ooh, let's do that. No, because then you're going to see all the staple marks. I can hide it. Amazing how I come up with these genius ideas sometimes. Actually, I'm going to do it on the back side because the paper is going to get too lumpy. So the staples are going to get hidden. So I'm just coming in, staple, staple. Well, almost hiding all my staples. And you can make your V as narrow or as big as you want. And just because my hand was touching, I'm going to add a little more. It's really sticking well. Just a little more adhesive right here. And then most of my staple is covered up. This gets popped into this section. Now in here, I can actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inserts, or 4 inserts, sorry. There's 4 inserts I can fit in here. So I'm going to place that one there. And then I'm going to pick another fun one. There's a couple that I did completely backwards. Oh, like, so this one will work well. I think I already used this. I did. That's okay. So we're going to add another insert in here. I like the flags, but let's add a fun something. I love this moose. Oh, that looks really pretty. I like that, just that juxtaposition. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to put this back through here because I'm also going to do something different for the pull tab. I'm going to use these loonies and toonies. So I'm going to pop these guys in too. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about Canadian money, a loonie is a $1 coin. And then shortly after they came out with the $1 coins, they came out with a $2 coins. They got rid of $1 and $2 bills. The United States doesn't use a $2 bill, which I actually find is quite handy having it. But so instead of coming up with something different, the loonie is after the loon. And there's actually a picture of a loonie here. So this is what the loonie looks like. And it's got the loon on, the Canadian loon. And so that's where the loonie came from instead of calling it. But then when they came out with the $2 coin, they couldn't just call it something different. And there's a different thing on there. It's got a bear. They're not going to call it berry. That sounds kind of stupid. So they called it a toonie because it's $2. So now everybody in Canada is Looney Tunes. Ha 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 ha. I love that. I kid me. I kid me. Okay. So we're going to have this go vertical just for fun. You could also use these as journaling strips, and I might come back after the fact and go in and journal on these, but I'm not doing that right now. Okay, pulling all these little things aside. It's actually kind of fun doing this little mini book now versus later, and I'm going to pop this right here. just like that, and then come over to the other side and do the other one. Because everything's kind of fresh in my head. I'm from Canada, but I've spent actually more years living in the United States. And so little things you just kind of forget, and things change. Stuff that was around when I was a kid, just like what things change here in the States, aren't around anymore. They don't exist. I mean, there used to be stores that were open that those businesses aren't functioning any longer. So it is what it is. Okay, for this one, I think I'm just going to put in 2 inserts. And if I feel like I want to put in more inserts, I can. I might put some inserts after the fact that are journaling pages, but for now, I'm just going to do the 2. Okay, now I'm going to go to my son. So we're going to use this picture. This is a funny story. So we were at, ooh, let's do this one. That looks good. I like that juxtaposition. So we were in Victoria. Victoria is on the most southern end of Vancouver Island. It's kind of like the main city. Most people have heard of Victoria. Another big thing is Bouchard Gardens, which is right there. It's where you fly in if you're going to land. There's one other airport, but hardly anybody uses it. It's actually closer to my parents, further up island. That's completely crooked. Anyway, so we were in Victoria and we're driving around. It's really pretty. And we see this guy kind of on this point bluff, so pretty, like you can see the water behind my son. And he goes out, this is him right there, and he feeds the birds every day. And he was told he couldn't do it in the city. He had to do it out kind of further away because it was against law to feed the birds. But the police officers realized that he was doing something that was nice. And after talking with him, this is his calming thing. It's what he does to help kind of relax. He goes, I've tried all these other things. I've tried, you know, reading and blah, blah, blah. Going out there with the birds is super calming. It helps just de-stress him. And so that's what he does. And he brings a 5-gallon bucket of bird seed, and he says he gets pallets donated to him because he's become kind of a thing in Victoria that people will come. And he'll hand the kids handfuls of bird seed. So he got, and my middle son, Brandon, got really calm. And if you flinch and move your hands around, the birds fly away. They know him. He just holds his hand out, like, you know, his kind of palms up and holds his arm out, looks like a tree, and they land all over him. And a jacket he's wearing has got scratches, so he must wear this jacket, and he stuffs his pockets full of bird seed. And so he handed bird seed to my son, and my son just stood there with his arm open, and birds were coming to him left and right, and he absolutely had a blast with it. My daughter got a little scared every time a bird came by, so she flinched, and the birds flew away. So she didn't get a chance to have that many birds near her, but it was cool. Okay, so that was a story for that. Is there anything I can put on there? I'm trying to find something that's got a bird on it, but they're pigeons. I mean, it wasn't like any other kind of, it wasn't a loon or anything like that. It wouldn't be anything that would be super like, oh yeah, that's what that is. I was going to put something simple right here in the corner. Really, there's nothing happening right here, so I'm just going to put I love Canada. Leave it simple. Okay, this one right here, again, I love this. I love these little bears that like have these attitudes. They're so adorable. And yes, we did have maple syrup while we're up there. It's good stuff. Love the maple syrup. So that's the story of my son and the birds. So I just cut random pieces. This actually came from the back side of all those little cutouts. So we're going to use that. So that's going to go there. And then what am I going to put on that? We weren't there for Canada Day, so I'm kind of avoiding all of those pieces because there's just no point. But I love this. We're going to use this one. This one's so cute. See, just super simple. So I'm going to take this little piece. I'm going to run it back through here. If I had lots, I could probably use my, I don't even know if that's on camera anymore, my larger Xyron, but so pull that open. Now I'm going to bump this up to the top. Not too far up. A little bit up. And there is fun little words. So I'm going to use this A. I dropped my A a long time ago. There's also a die set goes along with it. And I don't know if I'm going to end up doing anything with the dies this time around. So I just grabbed a little A, and this one's got an exclamation point. So I placed the stamps, put the stamp block on top, and that's where I want to have them actually go. So it's my mini way of doing like a little mini Misty. Ink up my stamps and then just stamp it. Stamp it real fast and pull it off, and then there we go. Cute, right? Come in, add my adhesive to the back here. and then just stick this down. Super simple. Okay, I have one last page, and it's going to have to be, oh, I will have to be an insert. So I have some other papers I'm going to be adding as inserts. So which one do I want of my son, my oldest? I love the expression on that. There we go. Something fun. Add a background piece to this. Could do the stripes with him. That'd be fun. Yeah, that looks good. So my oldest on this trip was completely into getting anything that was an animal. The whole trip, anywhere we went to a river or we go to, oh shoot, we would go anywhere, and all of the different beaches that we went to, the highlight of his time being there was hunting for any kind of sea creature. So this is some sort of like little shrimpy looking thing. They call them prawns, but they're all over the place. And then I need to add a little something. Oh, here we go. I got it. It's a beaut. It's perfect. So I'm not going to angle that one. So there we go. Leave it there. It's a beaut because he found a beaut. Last little insert here. Let's have, this is my son Brandon, and here's my daughter Catherine, and we're at, there's my father, and we are at a river. We're going playing and swimming in a river, and I told my son to pose, and that's the pose I get. And Catherine's right here. Do you think it's kind of funny? Yeah, it's pretty funny, isn't it? He's being silly. So I'm going to put it on this one and have it go this direction, and then the little characters on the back won't look completely out of place. So let's add our adhesive to the back here. Place this like this. Add a different shape. So I'm going to use my Xyron to put the adhesive on both of these and then add it to the top like I've done before. Now, since this side already has all the animals wearing toques and stuff, I'm going to have the Mountie hat, and I can flip the orientation of the sticker. So the Mountie hat's going to be kind of face. Actually, I'm going to have it change my mind again. Very carefully pull that off. Mountie hat's going to be going the opposite direction of the picture. That's okay. It'll make sense as it's pulling out. And then the toque, because that's what we call them, toques. They're not caps. They're toques. It goes right there. Therefore, that is that cute little pull tab. And that is going to go into the back section. And so now as you're looking at the book, you can see that there's I need to add some more to the bottom here, but I've got more layers I can add, and I can also move everything around. I definitely need some more ribbons because it's looking kind of plain, but I have more pictures I need to add into here. So these ones are all going to get a ribbon treatment, and it doesn't matter where they really fit into my book. And then I also have the Canadian flag, and I'm thinking the Canadian flag is actually going to be my back cover here because I need something for the back, and so it just looks perfect. I'm going to have to trim it up a little bit, so I'm going to put that off to the side too for the back cover. And go ahead. I love the maple syrup, so I'm going to put me on here. Just like that. And a ribbon I have not used. Let's use the black one, something a little different. Where's my scissors? Everything gets lost around here. I made this way too long when I cut it. That's okay. And then since I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and do the one for my son. Oh, we'll do the animals again. They're just so adorable. And then therefore I can put the picture on the plain side, and I'm not covering up the fun cute pattern paper on the other side. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to add a little 100% Canadian because I am. Both my parents, like a lot of my family, it goes back in Canada for quite a few generations. The fact that I have American kids is a little different because everybody else, all my cousins, everybody else has all their family still lives there. So, and let's add a little something fun to his. I'm kind of sticking in the corners because I want it to be something kind of fun, but I don't want to take away from the picture because the backgrounds of these beaches are just absolutely gorgeous. You have everything from kind of like a sandy beach area to kind of a rocky beach. I mean, they're all so different, and then they're all so fun. I love them. I love going to these beaches. Okay, so for this one, the dots are only on one side, so I definitely trimmed this way too long. And I'm just kind of looking at my book where would be a good fit for this because it can kind of go anywhere. And I'm going to have it come right here and be a little longer on purpose. So I'm going to do that trick I did before. Lift it up, staple, just like that. And then I'm going to pop this into here. I'm going to hit a center. And the back side has really got that cute maple syrup. I don't want to cover that up. I'm going to leave that plain. I'm going to do the white because it's a little bit of a thicker ribbon. It'll work better. And come down to the bottom. There we go. And not make it super, I'm going to shorten this up a bit. This is just me playing. You really don't have to get super technical. I need to stop adding those stupid pictures on before I staple. And for this one, to kind of cover up that front, I'm going to come in and have this little guy right here just as a little something. And because it's so lumpy and bumpy, I am just going to staple the top of that. There, something cute. Just a little something here. It works. And then add this right in here. I do have one other insert because I have one more page I can stick that in. And for right now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this in here, and I am going to use this as a journaling page. But I'm going to flip-flop actually because I have two things that are so similar together. And I don't want to put, see the page right here is this exact same one. And I don't want to do that. That's too matchy-matchy close together. And so I'm going to flip this. And yeah, the same page is right here, but if I flip it around, you don't see that until after you pull that section out. But I do want to add a pull tab to this. And for that, I'm going to use the yellow because it's got the stripes on the other side that go. So I'm going to a little bit of yellow here, and then I'm going to leave it blank, and I'm going to come back and add my journaling to it later on, of which I might type it up and then just stick it to the front, just so it's there, and have the date and all that stuff, because I haven't added that anywhere about what year this is. I might put that on the front cover though. That is still a possibility. Let's figure out where in here. I'm going to go right here in the middle, right there. And I can actually add journaling to both sides. Actually, I'm not going to add journaling to both sides. They have another way to look cute. And I'm just going to add this right here, just like that. It's kind of busy, but it gets the point across, and I love it. And it's funny, you hear people talking, and some people, it's like every third word they say, eh? How you doing, eh? And for some people, I never say it. It depends on, I guess, the person. So I said I wanted to put the flag on the back, and all I have to do is just kind of trim that up a little bit. So I'm going to do that real fast, and I'm just going to place it just like that. I'm not going to bother doing anything fancy to it. And when you're cutting something that you want to make sure it's centered, this was 6 inches, but I cut it down to be 5.5 to make it fit and kind of the similar size to everything else in the book. I cut 1/4 inch off both ends so it wouldn't be lopsided. Now for the front cover. So I know this is going to fit. This is my piece that goes on there. I really love the fact this little Canada piece, and I just wanted to keep it kind of neutral. I don't want to overdo the colors. Sometimes going right smack in the middle and putting your papers are good, but sometimes I like lowering them so it's not so perfect, I guess is the best way to describe it. We've got the Canada, and then I was in love with this right here. And that's perfect. Okay, I have an idea. Let's see if this is going to work. So I'm going to pull the flags off. Hopefully this works. Otherwise, I'm going to have to put this in. It's not going to fit. I wanted this to kind of go. It's just not going to fit. It looks like I'm just trying to push it. Now if I put this back. All right, I got to find a place to put this. I like it vertically. I like the flags going the right way. And then I'm just going to fold it over. And this is my journaling page, so my journal will just fit right here. So it's just a different way of putting the sticker on there, and it works. It works just fine. Just kind of folding it over. It's a little hint of something on the other side, but if I don't, it could catch. So that goes there now. This is perfect. So this right here, it's got little hearts on it. I can write a date in there. So I'm going to make sure, just by writing off the side, that this doesn't, so I got to give it a second. If I don't move this around right away, this won't smear, and I'm going to write the dates. So this was 2000, I almost wrote 19, 2018. There, that is perfect. I love that. I'm not going to touch that for a minute. Put my little pen away. Sometimes I go front covers. I think, I got to add all this stuff. I got to make it super glamorous. No, you really don't. As long as it serves a purpose, the cover is, it kind of tells you what it's about. To me, that's the interesting. That's where the interest comes from. So actually, there is one little thing I'm going to do. I'm going to run that border right along there and then just trim that off. And then now that I've already unstuck it, I have a hard time. Once I feel like I've pulled a sticker off the sticker sheet, I never can get it on there. So I'm just going to put this off to the side, and I'm going to find a place in my book where I can put that. I'm going to add my Canada right here. And then I'm going to come in, and it should be dry. Yep. Come in with the dates. I'm going to have that come right here, kind of line in. Oh, see, now I want to add, we're going to add this border twice just to finish it. So I got to lift this up. So I did find a place for it. Look at that. And because it's got a grating, I'm going to go upside down. There we go. There. And that took a long time to do, right? So I debated if I wanted to have a little dangle. So I'm going to go check out and see if I have anything that would work as a little kind of a charm that I can hang off of this. That makes sense. Kind of a weird one. Found a star, which I thought was kind of cute. And then a couple of just generic. And then I found the bear. There's moose. I mean, if I could find a moose or a bird or something, that would have been perfect. But, you know, so everybody thinks that we live in igloos. And I tell people I'm from Canada. I don't know why. But they have this stigma of what they think we live in. And that we are all, you know, it's very strange. So it's kind of a play on that concept. So I'm just going to take my charms here, and I'm just going through the extra twine that I had kind of left over on the side of my book. And I'm going to tie a knot, and I'm going to make the other one a little bit longer, but not by much. Make sure this is on nice and tight. And so just kind of, it hangs down now. And so that little piece will hang down. And then I'm going to have, actually, do I want to have the bear shorter? Yeah, I might do the bear shorter. So I'm going to put this piece on and make the bear a shorter piece because it's bigger. If it dangs down too low or dangles too low, then it's going to cause a problem with the book and get kind of caught. So we'll make this a much shorter piece than the one with the star on it. And so fun little charms. I mean, this, who knows what this charm was actually originally from. I have collected it over the years. And they're just kind of fun to put on the sides of the books. So what length do I want? That works. Yeah, just like that. And so this is purely just kind of a joke charm, because yes, we all, you know, see polar bears every day and, you know, live in igloos. It's like when people, you know, if they know I live in Texas now. Do you ride a horse to work? Yeah, I ride a horse to work, you know, and I own a gun, and well, actually a lot of people in Texas own guns. I shouldn't say that. It's a whole different story, but it's just the stereotypes that people have of different areas of the world that you live in, and oh, because you live there, you must do this. You know, hopefully people that's not as bad, but as I was growing up, that was definitely a stereotype. You know, there it is. Here's a quick clip through. Front cover, cute little charms on the twine here. It's got one pull out right here of my kids picking blueberries. That was lots of fun. We froze a lot. Backside here, it's got, you know, home, another little piece. We have Canada Rocks, a couple little inserts right there. One of my daughter in front of the beach. I love that. Here they are hiking. We had lots of hikes, lots of beaches. Here's another one of me in front of one of the beaches. That was on the first day we were there. It's my son on another beach. Lots of beaches. I think we counted, we went to 10 different beaches over the time we were there. Another little insert I can put, I can even journal on the other side too. My son with the birds, he had a blast with that. I love those little things. Canada A, yeah, it's a beaut. He found something fun. A little place where I can do journaling on that one. And then a picture of my kids playing in the river and my fun little Brandon with Grandpa. And then we're from Canada. And my daughter is all excited about this. So now I get to clean up all the stuff. The good news is there is still a ton of stuff left, and so I'm going to keep everything in the same kit. I did not get to the dies because I really didn't have a use for stamping and dyeing. I was using all the pieces in my mini book, but this is such an adorable stamp set that I can definitely do something cute with that and have some fun and make some cute cards or just other fun things. And I have so many little pieces left that I can make a whole other book maybe for next year. So that'd be kind of fun. I can use up some more pieces. So thanks for stopping by. Links for all the supplies are going to be down below, so make sure you check those out. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys again later. Bye-bye.